So how can you actually become financially independent to the point where you have money coming in every single month without having to worry about like, hey, I don't have a job anymore, I don't want to work anymore. So for this video, my goal is to give you guys 5 tips that I'm using currently to actually help me with my financial independence for the future. Now, on top of that, guys, 4 years ago, to be honest with you, I was not making this much money every single month, every single day, every single week. To be honest, I was very close to actually making only less than this every single week. In actuality, I was making 60 bucks per week every single week, and now I'm making around $23,000. However, the whole point, once I learned these skills right here, these 5 simple steps, I learned how to take me from 60 bucks a week to actually making enough money to where I'm actually able to do as much as I want to do whenever I want to do. Now, if you guys don't know me, my name is Simon Bryson. I'm an accountant, and I upload videos on YouTube every single day. On top of that, do me a favor and also subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you're notified, and if you haven't done it already, go ahead and destroy the like button. But guys, comment down below and let me know this one thing here, okay? What is your number? Not your phone number, okay? Don't text me your phone number. But the whole point is, what is that number for you? How much money do you need to make per year to actually say like, hey, I am financially independent, I'm done with my job, and I no longer need to do anything whatsoever? The answer is, for me at least, well, I want to make at least $70,000 per year to actually say like, hey, I don't need to do anything, but I still want to do it because I enjoy it, but I'm financially independent because I have enough money coming in every single year. But tell me, why 70K? The answer is because by this point, I never plan to actually have my entire expenses surpass $4,000 per month. So I only really need around $48,000, but having an extra $20,000, not that bad at all. That way, if anything does happen, I have security and I can actually use that money for whatever actually happens and presents itself, okay? Now, comment down below, guys, and let me know exactly what is your figure per year to actually say like, hey, I'm done working for Bob, I'm gonna do my own thing, and this is what I'm gonna do, okay? Comment down below, let me know. And to be honest, guys, you know, I wish I could say like, hey, I invented these 5 steps, I did it myself, but to be honest, I read most of them in a very old book, over 2,000 years old, and on top of that, I'm gonna tell you exactly what book it was, and also how to get it for free at the end of the video. But the first one, the first step, the first simple step is actually, you have to pay yourself first, and then use that money to actually invest. Now tell me, what do you mean here, guys? Well, every single time I would get paid money, I would always say like, hey, this is my money, I do whatever I want with it, but in reality, it really wasn't the case. For example, I will get paid and Uncle Sam taxes would get first dibs. Then the state would get second dibs. Then after that, I have my credit card bill. Then after that, I have my expenses. After everything, I would only have left around $20, 50 bucks, and that was about it, okay? But everything changed after I found out these rules and how they actually work. So I started making a habit that every single time I got paid, I paid myself first, and I would take at least 10% of my check and always deposit in a savings account, and then at the end of the year, use that money to actually invest it and try to make more money. Now, tell me, do you still do this? The answer is, well, no. Now I actually take around 40% of my check, and that way every single month, every single week when I get paid, I grab all that money and I put it in savings accounts, and usually I invest it and try to make more money. That's my entire goal with money. And if you're wondering, but tell me, what were your first investments back then? The answer is, well, to be honest, my first investments were nothing like glamorous, kind of like books, courses, and I was trying to figure out exactly how everything worked. And always I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna read this many books. Once I have the information, I'm gonna try it out for myself. And I kept testing and testing and testing, and that's how I got to this place right here. It's all about testing, learning, and then step by step you'll reach your goals. But it's all about saving up money, and that's what we call a nest egg, to be honest with you. And then boom, you can grab that money, invest it, and then create more income for yourself. And now number 2 is, guys, you want to create a budget, which is something everyone tries to, like, you know, deflect, be like, oh, I don't need a budget, I just manage my money, I don't spend a lot. But in actuality, they kind of do spend a lot of money. And to be honest, if you can't manage $100, then you definitely cannot manage over $10,000 at all. So the point is this, okay, guys, I will be honest with you. Okay, when I was making 60 bucks per week, I had to do that entire step of pay yourself, and I pay myself 10% of that, so which is back then around $6 every single week. And to be honest, it was very embarrassing, and most of my friends told me, Tommy, why are you even doing this, okay? Try to get a better job and then just figure it out from there. The answer is I did both, because I knew for a fact that if I couldn't manage $60, how am I supposed to manage a lot of money when I do want to create a lot more wealth for myself? Now, The key is this, guys, okay? When it comes to creating a budget, I created one myself, and it's called Simple Budgets. Now, I linked it down below, the description. You can find it. It's free, and everything is on YouTube, a video. But the whole core point of the budget is basically, I wanted to create a budget that gave every single dollar whenever you got paid a job to do, whether it's investing, paying debts, your expenses, having fun, doing everything you want to do. And that way your money always has a job and you don't spend it where you don't need to spend it, because at the end of the day, financial freedom comes down to how do I budget my money for the future to make sure I don't overspend, and then boom, I'm broke. I'm a football player. I don't have any money. What do I do now? I'm in a shelter, okay? And I'll visit you. However, man, you gotta get out of the shelter, man. Just avoid it, okay? Get a budget, avoid the shelter. And now, number 3 is something a lot of people that actually save a lot of money have problems actually doing. This is called, basically, you have to put your money to work, man, okay? For example, you know, if you have money under your bed, or you have money in a savings account, you're like, okay, my money is safe, I can do whatever I want with it. The answer is yes, your money is safe, but basically your money is very poor. It doesn't make any money whatsoever. So basically, it's just sitting there, and inflation is eating it up every single year. So tell me, what should I do here? The answer is you have to put your money to work every single day. That way you can have a job and create income for yourself. Now tell me, how exactly do I do this? I don't know how to invest. The answer is, guys, what I currently do is I do Acorns investments, and right then and there I get around 7% to 12%. And then last year, 2018, I started out with $7.60, and now in 2020, February, well, now I have around $10,500. Okay, so the point is, start small, but then step by step keep increasing, and eventually you'll reach your goal. On top of that, I'm getting into real estate also. That way my money that I have a lot of on the side, I'm gonna use that money, put it into real estate, and it creates some income for me also, around 10% or more on my initial deposits, and that way that also creates income for me. And on top of that, I also have 2 businesses that I do invest money into it, I reinvest over and over again, that do create some very good income every single year for me and very good returns. Now tell me, what should I look for when it comes to return? Because basically I do have a very high yield savings account. The answer is, that's cool, you know, but the money is still kind of poor. And here's why. Because basically, if you have $100 and you're earning 1.16% or 1.6%, well, that's only around $1.60, okay? And that is nothing. Your money's not doing anything. So anything that is earning you below 7% is usually poor money. Anything between 7% to 12% is healthy money. Anything between 12% and higher and beyond is called wealthy money. So the point is, you want to be between healthy and also wealthy. But one key point here is this, guys. You don't want to take massive risks, because you can say, well, Tommy, I'm going to take $100, go to the casino, and I can make 50% of my money or double my money just like that. The answer is the risk is way too high. So always try to protect your investments and don't risk it in the casino, because I never gambled before, but I do not gamble at all. It's just not my thing. It's just one of my rules, because gambling can break a lot of lives, okay? And now, the 4th step here is, guys, one that people might disagree with me, and I get it, you know, but it's actually owning your own home. Now tell me, why would I own my own home? I can rent for cheaper, and at the end of the day, it'll be almost the same price, blah, 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 okay? Now, I've seen this happen a ton of times, guys. I've been renting and living in a rented place for the past, like, 22 years, okay? But the point is, you know, at the end of the day, if you know exactly where you're gonna stay and you're gonna be there for a long time, for example, I had an aunt that stayed in New York for around 20 years, and then she rented for 20 years, and when she left, well, she passed away, bro. She didn't have anything whatsoever to actually pass on to her kids because of this. So my whole thing is this, guys. I want to own where I live, because that does create some type of equity, but I do not want to be that guy. Well, I won't mention any name here, but I do have a family member that actually owns a house, and all his money goes towards paying the house, and he has no money left over. I don't want to be that guy, okay? What I do want to do is basically, I want to buy real estate for investment purposes, and then eventually, once I'm making enough income from real estate, well, buy the home I want to buy and rent it, and well, not rent it, well, live inside of it, rent-free, mortgage-free, everything, because again, it is an investment property, and that way everything comes out properly. But I always want to own where I live, because I've seen a lot of people that they rent, and then eventually they never really own anything whatsoever. People that say like, hey, I don't need to rent, you know, like I'm gonna be here for a while. 20 years later, hey, did you ever buy the house? No, I kind of just rented, you know, and I have a very, you know, fixed rent. Isn't that awesome? The answer is, yeah, Not really, you know? And that's why I always recommend buying a house. But you comment down below and let me know exactly what do you think about it. To be honest, if you're not gonna be like secure in an area, you can rent if you want to, but if you're gonna be secure and locked in for a very long time, why not invest into a property, rent it out, create cash flow, income for you, returns, investments, more money, passive income, boom, boom, boom. I like that idea, okay? Now, number 5, and the last one here is basically, well, you have to get ready to actually try to increase your income. Now tell me, how do I increase my income? I don't know how to do it. The answer is, the average American, guys, makes around, guess what? This much money every single day. $7 an hour is around less than actually $60 per day, by the way. And I made this per week back in the days 4 years ago. But the point is, you have to increase your skills, because if I stay with the same skills I had when I was 19 years old, I would still be making $60 per week and probably having a normal accountant job and actually just doing like normal stuff and being like, okay, I make $6,000 per year, but I'm not happy. I don't like my job. But the point is, you need to increase your skills. Now tell me, how did you go out there and increase your skills? The answer is, well, to be honest, I didn't have any mentors. No one would mentor me because, again, I was kind of like a nobody, and no one around my area actually was actually into mentoring because everyone kind of kept secrets and stuff like that. But what I did was I found mentors in a secret place called the library, okay? And I also pirated a lot of books back in the days. I'm not proud of that, but I also did buy all those books recently to make myself feel better about it. But the point is, I read over 200 books in the past 4 years, okay? And that's what's gotten me to the place I am right now. So if you either want to read books, take courses, get a degree, master's degree, whatever you want to do, just make sure it makes financial sense. But the point is, increasing your level of income based on your skill is very important. Because at the end of the day, guys, if you're working a job and earning a minimum wage, well, is that really worth your time? $15 an hour, is that really worth your time? Comment down below and let me know. And that is basically the end of the video, guys. But as I promised, I did say I would tell you that book I actually got all these rules from. The answer is, the book is actually called, well, The Richest Man in Babylon, and these simple steps are called the 7 Cures of a Lean Purse, but I shut them down to like 5 because 7 was way too long, okay, to be honest with you. But the point is, this book almost saved my life. Well, not almost, it did save my life, and I really appreciate it. On top of that, if you do want to get this book for free, I have a link down below for Audible. When you do sign up, you get 2 free books, and if you cancel within 1 month, guess what? Secret here, you still get to keep the 2 books, okay? There you go. Now, guys, as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, like this video, really appreciate it. And also comment down below and let me know what did you think about it. And also, if you haven't done already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notified. And if you want to talk to me one-on-one, uno, just DM me on Instagram, Bryson. And before I go, if you want to watch a full video on how to make $100 per day in passive income, well, watch this video right here. On top of that, click my face right here to also subscribe to the channel right now. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And as always, peace.